Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary done by Diggity. I have a gut feeling about this game. I think Roro, and I have no proof of this by the way, I think Roro is going to be that mediocre guy who makes it in the MSL, because he has been spectacularly mediocre. He's starting in the upper left-hand corner in purple. He hasn't done anything spectacular. He hasn't done anything outstanding. He hasn't really face-stomped anyone, but he has been consistent, and he has been consistently about 50-50. And I believe that is somewhere near his record versus Zerg. On Carthage 2 against yellow, bottom right hand corner, yellow and yellow. That makes it easy to remember. I have no idea what the difference between Carthage 2 and the original Carthage is. I really feel like it's one of those maps where Zerg has to 9 pool or 12 pool, because that secondary is so exposed. So you need some sort of Zergling attack grouping on the ground. Just a big wide gap and a big gap to just run through. There's no ramp that you can really block off Zerglings with or something like that. Yellow, one of the his brother is Luxury, who's arguably the best Zerg player out there, particularly ZVZ. I know this is the thing that everybody throws out, that in practice Luxury is better than even Jaedong's ZVZ. Maybe that rubbed off on Yellow. Who knows? Yellow should make it into the MST, or into the MSL. That's the other thing I'm kind of concerned about, though. So my Roro prediction may be off. Either way, Roro is going to have to face Kanata if he somehow manages to get out of this and play on Destination, which is a terrible, terrible map for Zerg versus Terran. Just as I say, it's like, oh, it's impossible to do fast expansions. It looks like he's sending out a drone to do fast expansion. Everybody taking yellow in this match. Look at that, 92 to 8%. And I don't blame them. But again, I have that gut feeling. I can feel the mediocrity. And oh, this is interesting. It looks like what Roro is going to do is he's going to 12 hatch to the upper right-hand corner. And I think because it depends on whether yellow sends out a drone scout now at this stage, and what kind of route he uses that Overlord with. Because what this could end up looking like to him, again, depending on when he gets into the base, if Roro immediately puts down his gas and his spawning pool exactly like this, yellow could think, he's just going one hatch tech, and try to respond accordingly. Roro, on the other hand, actually has 2 hatcheries, and in theory he could take that second gas sneakily. And also there's a ramp right there, and he can use fewer Zerglings to defend against a greater number. It looks like he is in fact doing that. I believe that was a 9 pool on the opposite end. That Overlord's gonna take some time. So it looks like yellow, I assume, I didn't get a good look there, but I think he 9 pooled into, or I'm sorry, he overpooled into a second hatchery there on 9. So, and it looks like, let's see if he decides to go for Zergling speed or if he's just going to go quick layer. Because that could be another critical thing, because early Zerglings with speed could really run in here and wreak a lot of damage. Now it looks like getting those drones on gas. And yellow still hasn't gotten a good look at that secondary, never sending a drone scout out. So this could really pay off for Roro, actually. The question is how much mining can he get done out of that base before it's killed, or how much additional production can he get out of that base before yellow's second expansion picks up or kicks in. A couple Zerglings now heading out. Now that tech to layer, and I think he did in fact go for speed, because I think layer would have gone up a little bit sooner than this. Don't quote me on that, not positive. My Zerg versus Zerg timing is honestly nowhere near anything respectable. But upper right hand corner, that looks like that expansion is up for Roro. Layer up on the opposite end. 6 Zerglings have been produced. They're going to have to be in a defensive cluster, and we'll see if speed kicks in, because they will. If speed is upgraded, it will kick in about halfway, or about 3/4 the way up there. Trying to avoid that Overlord scout, not able to do so. Zerglings now sneaking by, and it looks like, yeah, you're going to have to engage in open field. Also a tech to layer on the opposite end. Looks like Roro's plan is to skip speed altogether, try to get those Mulusks out a little bit sooner. It looks like yellow is holding up. He did in fact upgrade speed first, so those Zerglings able to slip through right under Roro's nose. They're going to be able to do some damage. This could be the game right here. 2 Zerglings in the backfield trying to even things out. Drone in the fray. That drone is definitely going to lose its life. Good try, buddy, but actually able to kill more Zerglings than I expected. A second drone might get taken out here. No, it looks like it's going... no, not quite able to take it out. But 1 drone and 1 severely damaged. That is a pretty fair trade, although I have to say that's 4 Zerglings that were killed for 1 drone, and there's still 3 Zerglings out in the field, and I'm totally going to sneeze. I can feel it. More Zerglings being produced out in the field. He looks like yellow knows he has the speed advantage. He's going to try to use it where he can. He's got to be confused here. He's like, okay, no speed, that layer a little bit late, and he's not taking his second hatchery, because I think he did see that expansion. Now he's going up. He's found it, and that base is more or less for loss. Roro not really putting any drones down there or really trying to defend it all. And going in for a huge counterattack. Yellow's already in position to defend this, although investing a lot of larva into Zerglings. And, oh, 2 more Zerglings popping just in time. Drones coming off the line, which will disrupt a bit of timing. Now going for the gun. Oh, trying to run in, but Yellow's just got too solid a defense. He's got an overwhelming amount of Zerglings. So that's going to be it for that attack force. But critically, that is not drones and that is not Mutalisks that have been produced here. I'm surprised that Yellow's not just running up and going in for a counter attack to try to take out more drones or take out that base. Looks like that Spire is going to be up momentarily for Roro. And Yellow looks like his Spire is going to be a little bit earlier, but again, because he's just produced so many Zerglings, I'm not sure he's going to have enough larvae to really do a lot with it. Still slow Zerglings to try to defend 2 expansions, and that expansion almost feels like it's a waste right there, not really doing a lot for Roro. Spire now up. Well, almost up. Should be up momentarily. A single Zergling scout managing to wander in. It's going to see 3 Mutalisks being produced here. And yeah, that's a 100 gas difference. I'm not sure if it was worth it to, now that expansion's completely exposed, I don't think that Roro can really defend it. The residue of that Zergling force going to run up, take that out. Roro's in no position to really defend that. And now Yellow is essentially going to have 2 expansions versus Roro's 1. And yeah, he should be able to run in with those attack forces. He's just going to have more troops on the ground ultimately. Having those 3 extra larvae is huge. Roro might be able to just sneak a couple expansions, but he's going to go in for a counterattack while Yellow's out of position. If he can catch a couple drones, maybe 3 drones, he might be able to do something with this. A couple of mules wandering over there to thin out the forces, but honestly, it looks like there are a couple Zerglings and a couple mules in position. And Scourge, I'm curious why Yellow decided to produce Scourge instead. I don't really feel like he needed to be on the defensive there. Maybe it was just lack of information. But it looks like the Mule's going to be able to come back. He's going to lose some drones there. Still able to kill some drones back here, but Yellow putting up a pretty good defense. I think maybe 3 drones, but he's going to, I think, at least that on the opposite end. Only 4 drones mining minerals and 3 drones on, 3 drones mining minerals and 3 drones on gas otherwise for Roro. But he does have 4 Mutalisks out, and mostly Scourge for Yellow, which honestly at this level I almost feel like Scourge are pointless. It looks like it's hard to tell, it looks like there's equal numbers on the opposite end. So Roro's in a lot of trouble here actually. He's going to have to do something magical with some Mutalisk micro to win this game, which is not beyond the realm of reason. So it looks like my instincts were in fact off. I think Yellow is in fact going to take this game at this stage. He's just, when you're up in expansion and you've been unharassed and you're just completely mining gas, well, not completely unharassed, when you've been mining gas, you're in a good position. Let's see if he can use those Scourge well, though. Zergling's running up in the field to counterattack, and Roro's going to have to go in sooner rather than later to try to equalize this. It looks like he's going to pick off 1 Scourge out in the field. But I expected a larger Mutalisk force actually on the ground for... Okay, there's the additional Mutalisk. But now, Roro going in. This is his one opportunity. Able to pick off 1 Scourge, not able to pick off the other, losing a Mutalisk as a result. And now Yellow retreating, more Scourge coming out of nowhere to try to support this attack force. And Yellow in retreat and taking a lot of extra damage as a result. Roro actually might come out with a superior Mutalisk force out of this. And he does! He comes out with more Mutalisks somehow. Scourge running up. It looks like he might have lost another Mutalisk. But those 3 Zerglings able to finally wander up. But so they're going to have to flee the base. So Yellow, another Mutalisk getting taken out by those Scourge. But it looks like Roro has completely emptied Yellow's base. He's still got 1 drill mining somehow. So it's going to be an elimination match. Oh, still unable to take out that Scourge as well. And let's see, it's going to be up to additional Scourge, I guess. And there's still some counter Scourge up in the air. And beautiful Mutamicro by Roro. And it looks like he is going to be able to sneak a victory out against all odds. And I really mean against all odds. Now an evolution chamber going up, still 1 gas mining. The drone's starting to wander back home, and that's 4 drones that Yellow does not have. The Mutalisk going and checking the secondary. He's going to try to wander and hunt around, but that's it. Yellow doesn't have any more drones out on the ground. A couple Scourge just being scouted out, and he's going to try to force a draw by killing those drones out in the field. Oh, that 1 drone getting wiped out there, but now he's got to be careful about hiding those Zerglings, because if those 4 Zerglings are taken out, that is GG. Trying to work on that Spire to make sure that no Mutalisks are produced. More Scourge running up, and this is going to be an interesting situation. We're going to have to dodge those Scourge and kill the Zerglings somehow. Let's see if he's able to do so. He's able to get 1 hit, and the drone's running up now to provide a little bit of fodder, and there's GG. He knows he can't take on both the drones and the Mutalisks. Roro pulls it out. Instincts do not fail me. Woo! GG, Instincts. GG. Had me worry there for a second. So it looks like Roro is going to advance to play Kanata here. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was fun to cast. Thanks for listening.